Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this. Welcome back to Phasmophobia. Let's get right back into it. Y'all missed a creepy story because I forgot to hit record, and you started it when I was like unaware that it was the story. I thought you were like reading an essay you did in high school or something. I was like, where is this going?
Oh no, I don't read. I don't read my works. My works are shit.
But no, yeah, she read the
Don't worry.
Mr. Widemouth creepypasta. It's pretty good.
Don't worry. There will be more.
There will be more. Let's play a game.
I feel like I have a good voice for reading creepypastas and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I believe I have got a better one.
Oh no, darling, you haven't heard my lower registers yet.
I don't believe I have. I've heard the once in a lifetime I will ever hear the higher registers. But I haven't heard the lower ones.
Oh, you mean
No! No, I didn't hear it. Doesn't exist. Didn't hear it. No. Oh, you want to know something funny? True
Don't challenge that.
True bought something. It's a keyboard. Yeah, that thing. I'm not gonna say the name of it. I'm not gonna say the name of it. He's like, say the name. Like early this morning when I was streaming on the server, he's like, say the name, and I'm like, I'm not saying the name. I'm not affiliating with that name. But yeah, he showed me, and I was like, oh no. But yeah. I can go up to Elmo, and I can go down to Twilight Zone in my vocal range.
I can go up to Lolly, and I can go up down to... That's a secret.
Oh, you mean the emo. Emo. You mean emo. You mean emo detective. That's what I think that is.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what that sounds like. Like the female emo detective who's disgruntled at work and job. That's what I hear out of that one.
You'll find out.
No, I know it could also be, but to me, it's honestly more like a disgruntled detective who's like sleep deprived. It's like, I need sleep. Because I can barely hear it, so through the microphone there's a bit of a rasp to it.
Oh, of course there is.
Yeah, that time there's a bit more to the actual, I think, what you're trying to go for. Beforehand, it was more of like a disgruntled detective who is sleep deprived and constantly working, who can't get enough sleep at all. You know, that one is funny. Starting sanity.
We're leveling you up.
Yeah, you need to do the custom settings.
I have an even more cursed
Oh no.
ability.
The ability of my curses is well and few between. That's not cursed at all! How is that cursed? That's blessed! That's blessed! That is glorified. That is glorified.
Oh my gosh, you should have heard a few days ago when I was sick. I could do the best Ash Ketchum impression.
That's hilarious. Could you do a Naruto impression?
No.
What about Principal Perry?
Nah. You
know who she is?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nah, there's no way in hell. You need to ready up, Midi.
Oh, I do. No, she's one of my favorite actors, cause like literally Naruto and Principal Perry, two best characters I've never seen in a while. Oh no! Cursed object.
Ooh, there's a cursed object.
Cursed object.
Where are we at? No, we're at the fucking school.
Yep. Did you not see the loading screen?
God, I'm not losing anything.
The loading screen gave it away.
I did not pay attention to that. Wait, let's check if it's everyone or not. No!
What?
I hate this place. I'm so happy. I'm not losing shit if I die. Where's the breaker on this map?
I think it's at the back corner of one of the sides. Don't know which side though.
Okay, I hear you. Where the fuck are you? You upstairs? Can you speak on this little voice box? Hey Google, call an exorcist.
I'm touching the breaker. It's not.
Where's the nearest exorcist?
Israel.
Nah, actually, apparently, according to Google, the nearest exorcist near me is. Oh, and it gave me a number that I can't use because I haven't paid my phone bill in like.
Well, the breaker under the stairs don't work. I was under the stairs.
Where? Oh my god. Where the fuck were you?
I was under the stairs.
Oh.
Also, I think the ghost is nearby. No EMF or thermal.
You like pussy. I didn't get a response.
Whoa, 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 wait. There's just looks weird. It doesn't look like it belongs there.
Oh, that's a campus.
A compass.
Compass.
It just doesn't look like it should belong there. Like the way it's animated doesn't seem like it fits with the chair. You know how like when
It's
in
supposed to be on a desk or in a pencil pouch.
yeah, I know, but like when you
Oh, no wonder you died. There's scissors right here. Durr.
what?
You can stab someone with scissors.
I'm confused. I went out the back.
Oh, okay.
Are you scared?
I just don't like. What the fuck? What the fuck? This is a science lab if ever I've seen a science lab.
I think this is a
No wonder you're dead. This science lab sucks.
closet. I don't know what. Okay. I don't know what the point of that. Gem.
Oh, I'm horny. Not ready to- Whoa! Did you hear that?
No. You know, we should check for orbs first.
Let's just not exist in here for a bit. I don't want to be here. I want to go home.
We should check for
I want
orbs
to cuddle
first.
a book. I want to go. I want to cuddle a book. I want to cuddle and read a book. That's more accurate.
Why don't we check for orbs? That's something we can do.
I'm going to. Apparently, there's no exorcists in my general vicinity.
Oh gosh. Okay, cool. It doesn't. I was looking at something.
Continue. I won't judge you.
Hmm?
I said we wouldn't judge you.
Judge me on what? I don't know what's going on right now.
In general.
What? Hold on. Am I missing something? What does that mean? He's confused.
So how do you feel about doll stories?
Meh. Not scary. I'm not scared of dolls.
What are you scared of? Give me like a good
I think it's atmosphere.
vicinity.
For me, it's just atmosphere. Like, I don't even need to think there's anything there. If I'm in a place that is literally just creepy by nature, then I'm scared. But if it's like, if it's something actually there, like a ghost, then I'm not scared anymore. It's like, oh, okay, there's nothing here. It's just a ghost. But if there's nothing there, I don't know why. It's the absence. Oh, it might be like in the infinity thing, whatever it's called. You know, what's that? See that above the door over there? Like next to the exit sign? Is that another camera? What is that?
I think that's another camera, yeah. This is where we were in, where I heard footsteps.
It might be there.
Oh no. Seeing Orbeez.
I'm not either. What do you want to...
Calling them Orbeez from now on.
Let's cross off Orbeez for now. We'll come back to it later. I'm not seeing any. Do we want to bring a crucifix? Or do we want to do... Let's do dots. Well, we don't even know where it is. That's the issue. But, okay.
We found the cursed object, and it was like the mirror or the, could cheat. I could look up where all the cursed objects are on this map.
Well, it could be patched. Like, it could be a random thing now. Completely random.
Check in the bathrooms. Let's go see if there's a mirror.
Are these lockers hiding spaces? I already checked there for freezing temps, but I haven't checked for EMF.
You need to see if something's been moved for EMF.
True. But we need EMF level 5, so that doesn't really matter.
Why the fuck is there just a chair?
That was there before.
Why though?
I don't know. It was just there when I was down there.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Like some like spooky bitch just sitting at the end of a hallway going, I've been expecting you.
Mr. Bond, I've been expecting you.
Oh yes, Mr. Bond. Been expecting your arrival.
I've already been in there, I think. The issue with this map is it's like hard to hold on. Man, I wish my blinds weren't broken. Gotta turn up my gamma settings. Hold on. Because I can't see a dang thing with the glare. That's better.
These count as hiding spots, just so you know.
Oh, good to know.
They're like the only ones on this map, and there's like 2 bathrooms on each floor.
Hmm.
Should I open this door? Apparently not.
Not getting any cold temps yet.
The door's open. Don't be a bitch, boy.
Yeah, on this map, cold temps are like your best friend. Because then it's easier to locate the room.
I got stuck on a desk. I got stuck on a desk.
You've been stuck on boxes before. It doesn't surprise me.
That's the way out.
Yeah, we already went that way.
Go upstairs.
Okay, there's a shortcut over here.
Do you ever just feel like a plastic bag? Through the wind?
Oh, can I
Wanting to start again?
change
You can.
the degrees? Fahrenheit! Yes! Oh, wait. Oh, I guess we have lights now.
I said let there be light. Okay, I turned it off. It was me. I turned it off. Oh god, there's lights in here. Second.
That's...
This is even more horrifying.
Eh. Smells like Teen Spirit. Photo, 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 photo. Photo.
Wasn't me. That wasn't
Camera,
me.
camera.
Where's it? Where's it?
Get a picture.
Where's
It's right
it?
there. Okay, it's gone now. Could you not see it?
Oh, I couldn't.
Huh.
Well, it's in here.
Okay, well that's good to know. No temps.
I think it's a shade. That was so quick.
It was kind of like it looked like as if a dots projector was there, but without the green. I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe
sounds
it.
like a shade.
Okay, well, it's not temps. So I can drop that. I'm going to take in the sound device.
It's not Spirit Box, because I did Spirit Box in that room twice alone. We can take the dots in there.
Yeah, take the dots. We want a motion detector as well.
We're not getting money.
I just realized that. I'm not happy.
I'd much rather die and not lose my shit on this map.
True. Did you close that door by accident?
Probably. No, we came in through this door.
Oh wait, we gotta turn the breaker back on.
Please don't leave me alone in here. Please don't leave me alone in here.
Can't run that fast.
You know, if our lights start flickering, we're running to bathroom, correct?
Thank you for the follow.
I want a...
Bertson. Thank you.
Okay, the lights are back on.
Yeah. I turned them on.
He turned off again.
What?
Turned them back on. Yeah.
Dude, these compasses are weird. Literally, like, okay, like, come over here. Point your light at the wall and look inside. Like, stand where I am. Point your light at this wall right here, where my flashlight is. And look at the compass. It glows.
Why is it glowing?
Yeah, no wonder I thought it was weird. It literally is weird.
Turn on the light again. Don't be a piss baby, it's just a light.
Doing pretty good today. We're just playing some Phasmophobia.
That's...
Facts. Dots. Oh, wait, yeah. Center quarter. I got 0.3 decibels earlier. It's probably nothing at all.
Can you give us a sign?
That's probably copyright.
I just want to figure out if you's a ghosty bitch. I can tell more spoopy stories, man. I don't care if you kill me at this point. I just want to tell spoopy stories.
You got a camera, right? Okay, cool.
I do got a camera. Wait, sure,
It was
we're
over,
gonna
like,
get a good
it was
picture
over
of
right
ghosts.
around here. It's like in this area when we saw it.
I hope to God that was you.
Yes. But no. Who builds a basket
that?
like okay, is this a thing that is actually somewhere like what why?
You know what this makes me think of? A school I went to in elementary.
This looks stupid. Okay, wait, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. Gay.
Feel slightly targeted now. Scared. What's their name? Shannon. Okay, I won't use your name again. I'm sorry.
What did you do?
I won't do it again.
We have a decibel.
The lights go on in
30.9.
room.
30.9. Oh!
Nope.
Gotta go. Oh! I think it was a very, very short hunt. Yeah, it was just a very, very short hunt. Holy cow.
Fuck that.
Wow.
Fuck that.
Wow.
Oh, short hunt! That doesn't look short to me!
It's very short. I wonder if we were just in there while the hunt was happening and the lights just didn't flicker. It's kind of weird.
Which means we would have the wrong room. Which means... No, we were in the same room as it. Our sanity drained.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird that the lights didn't flicker. Oh, can we pan the camera?
No. Wish.
Bugger. Do we have tripods? We can use those. I'll grab
I'm not fucking trying with that.
I'm trying.
You don't have a camera on that.
You're right, I don't. I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to uncrouch right now.
Toss it, toss it, toss it, toss it. Got an angle.
So it's a hitbox thing. It's not just me.
Yeah. Trust me, I struggle with this a lot more.
Okay, so it's okay. I literally tried using it on.
I am level 131 pretty much, and I still can't get. I did it.
Cool. Yoink.
131 levels, and I still struggle to put the camera on the fucking tripod. Okay. Want honesty? There's your honesty. Let's try to turn on the lights again.
You go do that.
Doesn't like the lights. Oh, I don't want to go to breaker alone.
How do I leave it on?
Can you give me a sign?
Shoot. I messed up.
Did you take the camera?
I didn't mean to! I tried to...
Drop it.
Frick. I'll go do the lights.
Don't leave me alone in here. You better not. Boy.
There's a basketball board.
Okay, let's go.
Can you turn it? Is it on? How do we turn it on?
Yes, it's on. It's on. Trust me, it's on.
I feel like it should open up the Panasonic side thing.
Probably should, but it doesn't.
I've taken its favorite basketball.
Bitch. Why are you taking the basket? Why are you trying to make it mad at us?
I'm trying to summon Mr. Guy by stealing something.
That works. Oh. Turn on the it's in there again. I mean, I think that's making it angry at us, but like, quit being a spoopy bitch.
Does that mean it could be an Onryo?
No, shades get angry at lights. Shades and mirrors.
Wow, 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 wow. Matrix time. Zzz.
I hope it goes after you first. Genuinely.
I am playing games. I'm having fun. The ghost would definitely not ruin my time of me having fun.
Are you sure about that?
I am very sure.
I mean...
I just heard doors close. We're in a hunt. We're in a hunt.
Nuh-uh.
I have a feeling that we're in a hunt. Yeah, huh?
Please don't make that noise.
What? My mouth trumpet? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is a mare, dude.
Do we want to call it? Because I mean, this is a really terrible map for
It
like
is a
two
really
people.
terrible map. I think it's a mare.
Let's call it Mare, I guess. Well, no, wait. We haven't seen Ghost Orbs, so it can't be a Mare.
Doesn't matter if we see it or see him or not. We could just be not checking in the right place.
True.
Yeah, I'm calling it a mare, and we're going. Fuck this map.
I am having a great day. It's been very good day. It was a Moroi. A Moroi. What is a Moroi? I don't even know what a Moroi is. Checking that. Moroi. The weaker their victims, the stronger the Moroi becomes. Moroi suffer from hyperosmia, weakening them for long periods. Hyperosmia?
I don't even know what that word means.
Cursed object!
What was the cursed object?
We don't know, but I just read the description of the Moroi. It says Moroi are known for placing curses on their victims. It's snowing outside.
No.
I turned my gamma up. It's snowing outside. Here, I'm gonna turn it up to 5. Oh, that's my sensitivity. Oh, frick. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Video. What? Okay, there we go. Oh, golly. I'll play the game with full bright. This is weird.
What to read? What to read?
Stairs.
You want me to?
In the... Wait, can I see in this room better now? Kind of. Oh, I found a ghost. I see the ghost in the room. Here, come here. Come here. There's a ghost in there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
I am level.
Why does it look like the Narnia wardrobe is in there?
I don't care. I don't. Not. I don't care. I don't know. Oh, that is something I don't care about, though. Stop giving me notifications.
Grinding all day. Gotta get the number up. I gotta reach a certain number. It is funny. $187. Okay, hold on. 216.
Let me just drink my W. So, do you guys like W? great way to pass time. So if you go to w.gg, type in code Little Bunny Blue at purchase, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. Now let me take a sip of my W. Delicious orange creamsicle taste. That is
What are
really
the numbers,
tasty,
Mason?
though. Okay.
The numbers. What do they mean? Hold on, I'm gonna at Mr. Guy real quick and ask him. Oh, he's offline. Never mind.
He's at a water park, dude.
I know. What time is it? Yeah, he's probably gonna be there till like 8 though, which is not great.
I can go forever.
True, but I
has a
can't.
potentially 6 hours stream tomorrow. I could go forever, man. Okay, anyway. First story time. This one is titled Three Notes.
Oh, is it 5? It is. Huh.
It is 5 for you. This is named The Three Notes, or Three Notes. It was midnight, and Sam was trying to believe that he was alone. He crouched against the cold floor and peeked out from the cracked blinds, staring into the impenetrable snowstorm outside. There was nothing, no life or sound, except for the shrieking wind and the creaking of naked trees on the stormy winter. Stop laughing.
It's funny though.
On that stormy winter night. Sam had stopped listening for the sounds of police sirens hours ago. The flurry of snow, which had griefed him upon his arrival in Massachusetts, had already begun to turn into a blizzard when he pulled off the gravel mountain road in the icy violet dusk of the evening. It would be hours before anyone could get back on those roads. He thought he wouldn't be going to prison tonight. But this was a cold comfort. He knew he had not really escaped. He wasn't safe. And he certainly wasn't alone in his shameful refuge. Look, my list is coming out.
It is
Anyway.
Shameful. It's shameful, refuge.
Shameful.
Shame on you for living in a pigsty. Look at this. What is this on the ground? Pick your boxes up and pick your papers.
Okay, anyway. It was a rundown motel lost in the back roads of western Massachusetts. And Sam Kessler was trapped there. He spent the happiest days of his life mere miles from this with his family in distant summer days. He had proposed to his wife by the lake in what felt like a different century, maybe?
I can't tell.
He was snowbound and alone. But the memories brought back a fleeting comfort. His present reality, however, could not be hidden from the past. And Sam's reminiscing was cut short as the sound he had been dreading rang through the cell of Through the cell of a room, 3 knocks came at the motel door. When he peeked from his hiding spot beneath the window, Sam Kessler saw nothing but a thick blanket of snow at the doorstep. There wasn't a soul alive out there, but still, he stood unmoving, eyes fixed on the cold dark. A moment went by with nothing but the buzz of fluorescent lights and the pounding of his heart to break the silence. And then the knocking came again, and again, and again. The man did not move. Another minute went by. And then the sound came again. 3 knocks at the door. And again, there was silence. Sam allowed himself to breathe. It was gone. At least for now. He knew his pursuers' patterns by heart. 3 knocks, then 3 again, and again, and then silence for a little while. It was gone. When he realized this, relief flooded his stiff limbs. Sam looked down at the filthy ground and slid down the plain beige wall and crumpled into a heap on the cold tile floor. It wasn't long before his desperate gasps for air turned into sobs of self-pity. Sam was trapped in this room, miles away from friends or family, in desolate motel, waiting for the thing on the other side of the door to find him. He didn't deserve this, Sam thought to himself. He knew that he was a good man, a loving husband, and a father to a wonderful son. For God's sake. For God's sake, he was a pillar of the community, a small business owner, and the pastor of his local church. How could anyone believe he had done such horrible things? Shaking arms and wobbling knees, Sammed, yeah, Uncle Sam.
Sam,
Okay,
Sam,
anyway.
the Sam. He took the Sam, and he took the Sam, then he took the Sam. Sam took the Sam Surrett to defeat Uncle Sam so that Uncle Sam would not have to take Sam.
Sam pushed himself to his feet and made an attempt at rationality. He kept his back defiantly turned towards the window and folded his arms across his chest in a futile gesture of protection. The room was Spartan, the barest furnishing possible. The barest furnishings possible. Crunched between 4 fading baby blue walls and a cream-colored popcorn ceiling. To his right, there was a broken TV sitting atop a nightstand.
Speaking is hard.
There was a broken TV sitting atop a nightstand, and across from it.
Good God. Do you want me to read a story?
Not fine.
Okay, after this one, I'm gonna read a story.
And across from it, one uncomfortable twin bed in the center of the room. It was all lit by a single fluorescent overhead light. And this cast a hopeless pall upon the unfortunate surroundings that left the environment unsuited for hope. And with his back still turned resolutely to the wall, and more than And with more than a trip.
It's really bad right now, isn't it?
Mi no hablen inglés. No me
Mi
entiendo,
spreche
por favor.
Deutsch. Ich spreche Deutsch.
You get it. You get it.
Yeah.
It's so difficult thinking in so many languages. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, I am sad though because they're like we have too many people trying to take German right now that we have to get rid of the German 3 and 4 classes.
Okay. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got the word. With his back still turned resolutely to the wall, and with more than a little trepidation, Sam slowly crossed over to the bed. The bed was entirely undisturbed. Its sheets were still made up, and its pillows untouched. In the hours since he'd entombed himself in this dingy room, he hadn't as much as sat down. He hardly had thrown his suit.
Go back a few words. I didn't hear it.
Fuck you. Okay.
It broke. Not my fault.
Few words. In the hours since he'd entombed himself in the dingy room, he hadn't as much as sat down. He hardly had the time to throw his suitcase on the bed before the first knocks came. His luggage spilled out over the starched white sheets. He had brought only the things he could grab in the moments before he fled his home that morning. He saw crumpled khakis, pink polo, and his wife's toothbrush among the pile. It was a motley assortment grabbed from the laundry in his now far off Virginia home. Hardly warm enough for the biting cold of New England winter. He ignored it all. He had to stay focused, and every thought of home tore at his resolve. He found what he was looking for next to a stale hours-old cup of instant coffee on the nightstand.
That's funny.
It was the room's landline. Before the will left him, Sam quickly pulled up the phone and aggressively punched in the numbers 911. It took 2 rings, and a woman's voice answered the phone. "Come on, what's your emergency?" It was the first human voice Sam had heard all night, and at the sound of it, he choked on his words. Operator repeated her question, but by then, Sam had mustered up the last of his courage. His rusty larynx gave a sound that was something between a grunt and a dry heave as he began to speak. Shush. When at last air forced out of his mouth, the air he forced out of his mouth again began to resemble words he spoke. He spoke fast. "Hello, my name, Sam Kessler. I'm at the motel on 13th Mountain View Road." And his words trailed off as he searched for the right words to say to the dispatcher. In the reality of his situation, it all began to sink in. Images of the cold gray morning began to flood back into his mind. A clump of yellow hair he had awoken to find clutched in his fist. His wife's terrified face, frozen, cold, and pale. Her wide, green, dull eyes, absent of any light. Sam remembered searching, remembered confusion, fear, and despair fighting within him as he tried to figure out what had happened. And then he remembered the blood on the bathroom door. He tried to block out the thought. He shut his eyes and fell silent. It seemed as if the sight had been burned into his eyelids. Naked body of his son, his only beautiful son, laid out, red, wet, and cold on the white tile floor. He had been butchered, mutilated beyond recognition.
Reckoning. That's funny.
Reckoning.
His reckoning was that he will be naked.
His little head been smashed into a haphazard mess of flesh and bone. His ruined face stared unseeing into the ceiling, and his teeth lay shattered all around him. The boy's blue eyes, same cornflower color as Sam's own, had been pushed into his skull by hateful and eager fingers. The only thing that could identify this body, the only thing that could identify this body as his beloved son, were the clumps of blonde hair that still clung to the sated scalp. The very same blonde hair that Sam had clutched in his own bloody hands. Somewhere, a world away, the operator said something in words that Sam Kessler would not hear. The only thing in his world were memories of the pounding of memories and the pounding of blood in his ears. Still, words continued. They became demanding, and until at last the demands of the here and now woke him from his nightmare. Sir? Sir, are you with me? He opened his eyes, and the images were gone, banished by the realization of what he had just done. He told them where he was. And as this fact set in, Sam was seized by panic. What had he done? He would never understand. He would never know that he had not done it. That he could never have done something like that. The woman repeated her. Sam had already dropped the receiver. The phone swung from its cord, and as it did, the now muffled voice repeated its questions. In panic and delirium, Sam did the only thing he could think to do. With a single desperate motion, he pulled hard on the cord and tore the phone from its fastenings to the wall. The voice died abruptly. Sam threw the landline across the room. The wire tore out from the wall. It caught the little foam cup and, while it crashed to the ground, its murky contents spilled out over the bed and onto the floor. Sam fell into a crumpled, shaking heap on the cold, coffee-soaked floor. He began to cry as he hadn't cried since he was a child. None of it was his fault, he thought. It didn't matter. I would never believe him. It wasn't fair. He was a good person. Why should he lose so much? Sam was racked with sobs, and the more he sobbed, the greater his self-pity grew. He clasped his hands across his eyes, shutting out all lights, and he wept for minutes, uncountable, until, last, the voice of ever watchful self-preservation tore him from the familiar warm hole of self-pity. He had told the police where he was, and Sam knew that as soon as day broke and the snow could be cleared from the mountain path, he would be coming for him. He sobbed again and felt like crying, but he couldn't choke out any more tears. It was over. Sam knew he didn't have any more options. There was only one thing left he could do. Sam rose from the pool of stagnant coffee. He now walked with a surer stride than he had managed since well before that horrible morning. He was going to make everything all right. Sam stopped beside his bed and began to search through his now soaked luggage. He didn't want to do this. He had never wanted any of this. But it had to happen. Sam didn't think he should suffer for something he wasn't for something that he was certain was not his fault. At last, his hands closed around the edges of a book. He had been looking for this book. Before he pulled it from the depths of his suitcase, thought crossed Sam's mind. Isn't this all sin for reason? No. He pushed the thought aside. He reminded himself that he was a good person. After all, how could saving his life be a sin? Then again, rejecting all doubt, Sam Kessler pulled out the old book into the flickering light. It was a thin, lime green paperback. The price tag still stuck across its binding, and on the front there were a few simple words written in basic black font. The Lesser Key of Solomon. The book was a product of the modern world. It's a lettering printed in mass upon. It's a lettering printed in mass by unfeeling steel, but its contents were ancient. Sam thought that the book was insultingly ordinary for all the honors it had brought upon him. When his hands brushed the yellowed pages, a giddy feeling of anticipation raced through him. The excitement felt wrong somehow. It was almost invasive, as the feeling was not his own. Why are you walking away?
Position to infinity walk. I do like figure 8 walking.
Okay.
I also turned off my microphone a while ago because my brother was yelling in his room.
It's fine, I didn't hear any of it.
Yeah. It was picking
It
up on
was
my
almost
stream though.
invasive. He wondered again how he had come to this place. After all, he had never meant to buy the thing. It had been another capricious twist of fate that had brought him to this apocrypha. Had brought this apocrypha into his hands, and then he remembered why. Sneering face of an old and rose up from where it had been buried deep in his subconscious. Caleb. It had been all his fault. If it wasn't for that lowlife, he never would have even he would never have even heard of that wretched book. If it hadn't been for him, he wouldn't be here at all. Sam was stewing now, lost in condemnation. He had abandoned his despair, and in its place began to take up righteous anger. As the pages slid from his grasp, he felt a sharp twinge of frustration. Had he not been so consumed with assigning blame, Sam would have seen the strangeness of this. That was someone else's feeling. It had come from somewhere apart and foreign to him. The invasive emotion did not break his fury, but instead, in its insidiousness, the feeling only fueled his wrath. Sam had now, without realizing, forgotten himself. He had put aside his surroundings and turned his thoughts away from his family and what he had done to them. Instead, he thought only of the past and the bitter disappointments that lay there. Above all, he thought of the grinning face of the man who now held responsibility for all of this. Sam remembered now. It had been so long since he thought of it, but now he was certain that none of this was his fault. He had been in college, studying theology in New York City, when he had encountered it for the first time. It had been an antique. It had been in an antique bookstore on the Upper West Side, sandwiched between a deli and a movie theater. The interior was squat and cramped, and the walls obscured entirely by unending rows of faded old tomes. Books spilled out onto the tables and even on the floor. Everything in sight had been covered in a blanket of dust. The place had an ancient feeling to it. One that wasn't helped by the musty old man at the register. The elder clerk sat in an almost perfect stillness, his pursed lips. His lips pursed behind a tangled gray beard, and his small, glassy eyes staring unblinkingly at the wall. It was a miserable place, and one that Sam had not wanted to go to. He had he had a terribly unimportant test he had not studied for. Caleb insisted. Caleb was his roommate, and his only erstwhile friend in the city. Sam had remembered how he had liked the boy at the time. His unkempt brown hair.
Unkempt brown hair.
Brown hair. His unkempt
It's a
brown
dye.
hair.
He's actually like 50 years old.
Smile had put him at ease, and his half-clever, opportunistic.
Yes.
Fuck me.
Yes.
Opportunistic jokes had endeared him to the teenager. Caleb was always laughing. And when Sam was younger, it was what he had loved about his friend. Now the memory of insipid cackling inspired revulsion. Caleb had suggested this place. Sam knew he shouldn't have gone. But it didn't matter because, as in all things at the time, he had followed his friend. They had spent the better part of an afternoon in that dusty bookshop. Caleb engrossed in the erotica. Sam listless and bored. By the end of the visit, as if by chance, Caleb had pulled the damn thing from beneath the teetering stack of old books. Do you know what this is? His friend asked him. And of course, he hadn't. He shook his head. This is the original. This shit is the real man. Sam had rolled his eyes at that. He told Caleb to shut the fuck up. Caleb insisted. I'm serious, man. It's supposed to be the same incantations King Solomon himself used to summon all his demons. That was too much for Sam. He said as much. King Solomon got nothing to do with demons. That's some bullshit. Caleb's eyes glowed as he remembered that Sam grew all the angrier. Well, if you don't believe me, why don't you buy it and take a look? Maybe you can even find a demon that can take one for you. Sam had laughed. At the time, it seemed funny. And the book had only been $5. Fine, I'll read it. But I know you're bullshitting me. At that, Caleb only shrugged and led the way to the register. A stack of old books under his arm. That had been the last time Sam ever saw that son of a bitch. Now, alone, in a motel room, hundreds of miles from home. He wished he'd never listened to him. Sam hated his old friend, and he felt perfectly justified at that. It was Caleb's fault, not his. The death of his family, the police pursuit, everything. Of course it wasn't Sam's fault, he thought to himself. He was a good man. No good man would do these things on his own. Sam began to think he was a victim of a terrible crime, and he seethed against the long dead criminal at whose feet he'd placed the blame. He had been isolated in cold despair, but now he wrapped himself in a blanket of hate. He didn't need to think anymore. He didn't need to worry about his action. He knew who was responsible for this. And it wasn't himself. He could go to his grave or his jail cell knowing his innocence, intent on his righteousness, safe in this certainty. Sam Kessler would have waited all night into the dawn for the police to come. But it was not to be. As he sunk into the coffee-soaked carpet, clutched tight to his chest, 3 knocks came at the door. Sam froze in his place immediately, and the hot certainty of hate fled his body. Now in the face of terror, it was back. Somewhere in the back of his mind, he knew it would be. The knocks had come every hour since he'd woken that morning. First at his bedroom door, then at the rest stop bathroom, and again, even amidst the howling blizzard. He counted the seconds. Every time, it was exactly 60 silent seconds. And it came again. He waited, but the seconds crawled by. Sam noticed something had changed. In place of deceptive quiet, he heard something distinct beyond the howling wind. He heard the murmuring of voices. It was muffled and far off, but it was unmistakable. There were voices at the door. Sam could make out the voices. Words were muffled and only just outside comprehension. But that did not matter. Sam recognized these voices. He did not need to understand what they said to know what they wanted. He buried his head in his hands. Sam was determined not to listen. It did not matter, even in the solitude of his own mind. He could only think of one thing. The book. Handwritten note. His and his terrible mistake that night 20 years ago. He should have never touched the book. And for a while he hadn't. It had sat forgotten in his dorm underneath a stack of hardly opened and thoroughly unused textbooks for weeks. Shut up. He'd only ever picked it up again on a whim, and it was a week before his midterms. And he had been prepared, and he hadn't been prepared. He had not been prepared. Okay, there we go. Shut up. He spent his time frivolously.
This is a long story. I'm surprised you've been
It is
going
a
this
long
long.
story.
Wow. Like,
It's a long story.
Golly.
He had spent his time frivolously, and the balance was about to be due. But with a week still left, Sam wasn't ready to begin seriously studying. Instead of getting to work, he had remembered his roommate's comment in the bookstore. Maybe you can even find a demon that can take that final for you. He hadn't thought it would work. Sam knew that if he had Sam knew that if he had known, he'd have never done it. After all, he was a good man and a man of God. Certainly not the type of person to summon demons. Still, his regrets couldn't change the past. Caleb had been visiting his family that weekend, and so, with the room to himself, Sam had followed his his friend's ill-given advice. He rifled through the little book. I need to take a drink of water. Jesus Christ.
This is such a long story. It's like
yeah,
it's
and now I'm just now pausing for a drink.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly, it's kind of dragging a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know where. I can figure out where it's going from here, and it's kind of like.
Let me finish it. Let me finish it.
At this point, there's so much detail. It feels like there's just a lot of filler. I know creepypastas are meant to have like a ton of detail in them, but sometimes it is a bit overdone.
It was suspected. It was suspected to be a 19-minute route, which was a long one. We're almost done. We're almost done.
Okay.
We've only got like 11 more paragraphs.
Oh no! I gotta start and stop the recording. Hold on. Give me a second, cause we're at 100.
Yeah, start and stop this recording.
Yeah, I'll say part 2. Okay, hold on. Ending recording. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and head over to Twitch and follow me there. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.